Hi, good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you see this. This is Dee with INFP-A, Assertive Insights, and I just did a half an hour on this video, realizing that I wasn't recording. Yes, so details trip me up. I have said that on more than one occasion, and I'm proud of it. But I'm using Stream. I want to just get with you real quick. I'm using the StreamYard. This is what Jack used, and then just see how it works. I think it's a little cool. Might be easier than Zoom. Doesn't have a cool background. Zoom does, I know, but just wanted to get to you really quickly. And now that I've already talked a half an hour that wasn't recorded, I won't make it long. But just about the typing session, for those of you who don't know, I was typed on Sunday Cinco de Mayo, which I probably need a margarita for. But no, I'm just joking. But yeah, Jack Aaron from World Socionics Society, I asked him to type me officially, so we did that. That is on his channel, and a link to that is in my community page. So check it out if you haven't checked it out. I will give my full number one. I'll give my full critique of it, uh, of Socionics in general, of MBTI in general, how the two mishmash. I'm coming up with my own thoughts about it. I'm going to a lot of different places with it um, because for me particularly, now it might not apply to everybody who goes through a typing session, but I'm just curious, and I come up with ideas. So yeah, that will be done much later, much later. The earliest I could see probably the summer at the earliest. Jack's video needs to run its course, do his thing, um, which is fine, and I totally understand that. I would feel the same way. So I'm not going to do that part. The only reason I'm on here today is number one to check out how this StreamYard works, which is what we used the other night, and also I've been asked how do I feel being typed, and I guess how do I feel about the results. I won't get into the results. I will say how I feel. I am fine. I did just to let you know I'm here. Today is May 7th. I don't have anything with the date on it to show you, but I am alive and well. I did not sleep. It was overstimulating, I will say, for me. It was overstimulating to have talked about myself for an hour. And so I did not sleep. Everything just kept running around in my head. It was exciting. It was a adrenaline rush, which I probably needed. Um, as INFPs, we need to be prodded. We need someone to get us out of our comfort zone, and that's exactly why I picked who I picked. Someone with a different personality who probably would do that. I didn't want it to be. I didn't want a necessarily a soft landing, so to speak, and an easy soft time. And it wasn't a hard time. It was just I found out I didn't sleep well. Now I am sleeping well. But now tonight, the Hurricanes, Carolina Hurricanes, are playing the New York Rangers in the Stanley Cup playoffs in hockey, and I will stay up to watch that game with a lot of yelling and screaming and a lot of noise in hockey, as you know. And the Hurricanes fans are the loudest in the NHL, so it's going to be another loud, overstimulated night. But I am alive and well, but I do sleep in between, so I will be wiped out again tomorrow and the rest of the week probably. But that's just when no, Thursday night's another hockey game. So yeah, so that's what I'm up to. Um, Tired now. That's about that. But I do feel okay physically, mentally, emotionally. I do feel okay with the results. I'm continuing to learn. I'm continuing to watch the video, continuing to watch other videos that's done by Socionics, continuing. I looked at the live chat. They have ideas. They went into Enneagram. I don't know a lot about Enneagram. I don't know the subtypes. Somebody was going through subtypes. I took notes. Um, so I'm looking into that. So I'm learning a whole lot just in general. It feels like I'm in class, which is what I like to do. Me personally, what I like to do. So yeah, it's fun for me. And so that's that. Tires. My tires are fine to date. The two new tires have not been slashed. If you don't know what I'm talking about, last week two of my tires got slashed when I was trying to go on vacation for a couple of days just across the city to my daughter's, but to get a different view to get out. And I think it was targeted. So what I did do, those two new, so I bought 6 tires in 1 week because they were new tires. Um, so I think what I did do though, in addition to the police report, I put the word out on the street in the old folks home here where I live that I have enough street smarts having worked in the inner city at part of my life that you just tell um, the right people. You figure out who the leader. I guess it's the leader of the pack. You figure out who the leader is, and then you just tell them something, and then the word gets out. It's interesting. So I picked a couple of people and that are residents to tell them what had happened to me, and then what I did. I filed a police report. I'm going to get a camera. The police suggested a camera. My daughter, who's the hands-on person, the ESFJ, told me a camera might be a good idea, even if I don't have it running. It might be a deterrent, but I have to pay for the tires before I can pay for the camera. They aren't cheap. And so I did that in a matter-of-fact way and let a couple of people know who I know. They don't know I know, but I know they know. I know that they're not necessarily the snitches that we have here, the plants that residents that the manager has befriended that takes names and tells her things. They are the subgroup of the snitches. They are the friends to this. I mean, it's interesting. It's kind of like Lord of the Flies or Animal Farm here, one or the other. In a lot of ways, in sociology, it's a very good social experiment. So I did that, and I emailed the manager to let her know what happened, and the same thing that it will be filmed in the future. Excuse me, just in case. She never responded. I didn't expect her to. We're not talking. I don't expect to. I just want to stay away from her as much as possible. Another thing, a good thing though, is that I ran into my ride or die, who is the ESFP that I told you about. If you watch the video INFP, the spring series, INFP plus ESFP, I think that's my ride or die type. People that we can get in trouble with, have a lot of fun with. I saw her the other night because I was out and about. I was sitting out on the porch till about 10 o'clock at night. And when I came in, she was sitting there with someone else, who I think's a friend of the snitches. Um, but I do like her, but I think she is in that. Um, but they were inside, and so I stopped and talked to them for over an hour. So it was really good to see her again. She put me in a good mood. Come to find out, when I told her about my tires and when I told her about the car and the incident with it, well, I told her about the incident with the manager and coming out and threatening me, this, that, and the other. She has had her car, a note put on her car, she said, that threatened to have it towed because it was in the wrong place. But she parked it at the front door, which is the wrong place. I don't know that anybody else has gotten a note of threatening to be towed, but she says she unloaded her car in true ESFP form. They have a lot of projects. They like to be on the go. She went and got a lot of something from somewhere, unloaded a car, got to her apartment, and what did she do? She got involved in the projects and she forgot a car. She just totally forgot the car. So she went and moved it the next morning. The note was on there from the manager. So we have a punitive manager instead of one that tries to understand our situations. So that was great to talk to her. I mean, just in general, it's uplifting to talk to her. We get along, we laugh, we make fun of things and the situations we get ourselves in. And we get ourselves in similar situations and don't know it. That's what I love about it. Is I got somebody who I know if I'm going through something, she's probably going through it too. So yeah, that's my ride or die here. Um, so I've got that. Let's see what else I'll be doing this summer. Don't know when I'm going to be coming back to regular programming here. Um, I got fantasy football. What's this wrong way? I can never fit. Fantasy football coming up. This shirt was given to me one of my friends. I've been doing fantasy football for 20 years, over 20 years, and one of the leagues that I started that I don't do right now. I mean, I play, but I'm not the leader. I got tired of it. Most of us we've known each other for since the beginning. So yes, I do have long-term acquaintance. Still, they're not friends; they're acquaintances. I do know a lot of people. They're all online. I'm looking forward to the football drafts coming up. Um, I learned so that's coming up. The hockey playoffs are. I'm hoping that the it's going to be longer than just this week. I'm hoping my Hurricanes are going to win a game, and it'd be longer than this week. But that's also what I'm doing. So didn't want to make this. Oh, and I'm chasing the cicadas. Trying to listen to the cicadas. That they are not out here, and it was on next door today. Why don't I hear the cicadas? And then somebody was saying that there's so much development here, they've probably been dug up and destroyed. So somebody was telling where you can find them. I'd have to go out of town. I want to listen to them. Now, if you're in the States, you probably know what's going on with the cicadas. If you don't know what a cicada is, you can Google it. But I think it's an insect. It's a bug. It's called a bug. Used to love to hear them in the summertime. It reminds me of the summer. But they and I don't know the exact statistics because I don't care to have enough problems trying to manage the day-to-day world to remember it. But this is the general thing about it, that cicadas go into the ground. They come back up, say, every 15, 16 years. And, well, they come in, they go in the ground, they lay eggs. Eggs hatch, they come back out like 15, 16 years. And then the male ones make a lot of noise to attract mates, and then they die. I think it's kind of funny. A lot of insects and different kind of bug kind of plant animals do that. They mate and die. I don't know what would happen. That happened to people, but that happens. Oh, my brain goes all kinds of places. Um, but yeah, but this year, I mean, 16 years, I may not hear them again, and I want to hear them again. I'm doing last this may be the last time. I mean, I'm at a life stage right now where I think it may be the last time I need to do this. It's my goal right now for the cicadas. But there are two different types of cicadas that are coming out to this year together. And it's the first time in eons that they have done that. I don't know how many years. If you know, put it in the comments section. If you don't, it doesn't matter. It's a long time. It won't happen in my lifetime, may not happen again in your lifetime. It's a long time. I do want to be involved in that. That's more important to me than my financial portfolio right now, or whether the dishes are washed or my clothes are washed or whatever. I'm chasing cicadas. May have to go out of town. I may have to spend the night. I don't know, but it's worth it if I can find them. Because they're only going to do this for a certain amount of time. I've got to look that up if I miss they said as of today they're very loud in places that are close by, but I'd have to spend the night. So yes, I'm chasing cicadas right now. Far more important, far more important than anything else in the world, right? To me, to me. Um, yeah. So I have, the recording up here tells me I'm about 15 minutes, so I was going to do a short one. So as usual, this is what I am fine. Hope you are fine. We'll be back to public programming, regular programming at some point. I do have to rest, have to get over the long nights of hockey, have to get over recuperate from the typing. Um, I did enjoy it. I will get into more of that. It will be at least this summer, but I do want a good conversation about it. um, about what I'm going to say because I have my own thoughts about the whole personality thing. So, with that, I will leave you. And until next time, I'll see where the end. Here we go. End recording. Have to figure out how to drive this thing. So until next time, everybody, stay safe.